Hey sports fans, if you're watching this, the odds are is that you got at least one favorite team that you're ride or die for. And if you're anything like me, you follow several teams religiously. You know, those ones you root for year after year through the highs and the lows and the why do I keep doing this to myself? Now just imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, you grab a cup of coffee, you turn on the morning news, and it breaks. Your favorite team is gone forever. Gone. Poof. Like a magic trick. But without the fun of someone yelling, ta-da! Now you're probably thinking, I've already had someone I care about skip town. Maybe your dad went out for milk when you were 5 and still hasn't come back. But trust me, when your favorite sports team skips town, that's a different type of heartbreak. Now let me go over a few stories that kind of blend together and fans that had the same exact heartbreak that I'm talking about right now. Now let's rewind to March 27th, 1984. The Maryland Senate just passed a bill that would let the city of Baltimore take control of the Colts through something that is called eminent domain. Now to translate that into TISM for you folks, this means they wanted to snatch the Baltimore Colts from owner Robert Irsay. Think of it like a citywide custody battle over who gets to keep the kids. Only, these kids are professional football players. At this point, Irsay was feeling the pressure. He knew he had to act fast because Baltimore was about to swoop in and take the team right from under him. So what did he do, you might ask? Well, you know, they probably sat down in a boardroom, bunch of lawyers, government officials, going over a bunch of paperwork that me and you would never understand. And at the end of it, you know, they shook hands and everyone was happy. Right? Wrong. This guy went full-on stealth mode. Now, just one day after the bill passed, Irsay made a quick call to the city of Indianapolis. Yes, Indianapolis, hundreds of miles away. Now, the phone call kind of went something like this. Hey, Indianapolis, you guys still want the Colts? Hell yeah, we do. What you want for them? I don't know why Indianapolis sounds like Texas. Just how it came out. Screw it. Whatever. The mayor practically jumped through the phone with excitement, and they struck up a deal like that. A $12.5 million loan, use of the brand new Hoosier Dome, and a $4 million training facility. Boom. The deal was done. And just like that, the Colts were as good as gone. But this is where the story gets wild. Irsay didn't announce the move like a normal person. No, instead he called up his buddy John B. Smith, who just so happens to be the CEO of the Mayflower Moving Company. 15 moving trucks showed up at the Colts facility in the middle of the night. The whole team, offices, equipment, everything was packed up and on the road before sunrise. And 8 hours later, it was over. The Colts were gone, vanished into the night like a football-themed Ocean's 11.
Here's a high explosive incendiary device has been detonated. I repeat, has been detonated.
Each truck took a different route out of Baltimore, just in case the state police tried to stop them. They were like football outlaws making their grand escape. The goal was to cross state lines before anyone could stop them. And once the trucks hit the Indiana border, the state police gave them a hero's welcome, escorting them all the way to their new home. By the time the good people of Baltimore realized what happened, it was too late. The Colts were officially Indianapolis' team. And to make matters worse, Baltimore's mayor appeared in the front of the newspaper the next day with tears in his eyes. Yes, it was that bad. The city was devastated. And suddenly, that mayor who would not build a new stadium had a change of heart. Baltimore was blindsided. But hey, the story doesn't end here. No, Baltimore wasn't going to be without football forever. Enter the Browns. Now fast forward to November 6, 1995. Cleveland Browns fans were just minding their own business when in walks Art Modell. The team's owner drops an absolute bombshell. The Browns are moving to Baltimore? Now, if you know anything about Cleveland sports fans, you know they don't take betrayal lightly. Betrayal is practically a pastime in Cleveland. But this hit differently. Modell's announcement went over like a lead balloon. It just wasn't that the team was leaving, it's the way he was doing it. Modell, in a press conference, is quoted as saying, "It has been very tough. A very tough road for my family. And for me. I can never forget the kindness of the people of Cleveland." And then, just like that, he ripped the Band-Aid off. But frankly, it came down to a simple proposition. I had no choice. Had no choice? To Cleveland fans, This was like saying I love you, but I'm marrying your sister. Now sure, there have been some financial problems, and Cleveland wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet with plans to build a new stadium. But fans didn't care about none of that. All they saw was their beloved Browns being taken away in a flash. Now back in Baltimore, they were still nursing their wounds from the Colts' midnight escape, and they were all too eager to welcome a new team. But Modell's move felt like betrayal at the highest order, especially because the day after the announcement, Cleveland voters passed a measure to extend the city's sin tax to fund stadium renovations. Too little, too late. But here's where things get really complicated. While Modell was allowed to move the team to Baltimore, the Browns franchise, including the name, logo, and history, would stay in Cleveland. This means Baltimore would get a brand new team, the Ravens, while Cleveland got to keep the Browns' identity with a promise they would have an expansion team by the '99 season. In other words, Cleveland was left with some jerseys, their name, some memories, but no team. When the Ravens finally landed in Baltimore, the city went wild. It had been 11 years since they had a professional football team. It was like the collective pain of losing the Colts had finally healed, and now they had a new team to root for and a new legacy to build. Cleveland, on the other hand, well, they started playing again in the '99 season and have historically been one of the worst teams in the NFL. Yes, that Browns team, the one who finds creative new ways to lose games. It's actually kind of impressive. And as for Art Modell, Cleveland fans never forgave him. Even after his death in 2012, Browns fans still hated this guy. In fact, in 2014, one fan posted a video on YouTube of him, well, how do I say this YouTube friendly? He pissed on Art Modell's grave. Yeah, some wounds never heal. Losing your team can be like a bad breakup. You go through all the stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and if you're lucky, acceptance. For the fans in Baltimore, they eventually got their happy ending with the Ravens, even winning a couple Super Bowls along the way. But for Cleveland fans, their journey has been a little more, well, complicated. Now, I wasn't born yet when the Colts left Baltimore, and still kind of young when the Browns left Cleveland. So for you viewers who were around, what was that like? What do you guys remember? What's your take on the whole Colts, Ravens, Browns saga? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think and how you feel about it. So the next time your favorite team loses a heartbreaker or misses the playoffs, just be grateful they're still in your city. Because as we learned, they could be packed up in moving trucks and halfway across the country before you finish your morning coffee. And as always, guys, thank you. If you guys liked the video or got anything from it, how about smashing that like button for me? If you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out the channel for some more long-form content that I'm putting out all the time. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.